Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another commentary. My name is Who's Ready for Monster Jam, as we are here on the backup channel for Who's Ready for Monster Jam, called Who's Ready for Monster Jam Commentaries. Now, you might also be seeing this on my main channel. That is because I am going to be posting this commentary on the main channel for now. It will be taken down soon, but if you are watching this on the main channel, it has text in the center that says, please watch on backup channel. That is because every single commentary that will not be shot from my personal camera will be on my backup channel. That is where every commentary will be. I'm going to be doing a full slate of commentaries next year, but they're all going to live on that channel. So, if you want to watch commentaries, please subscribe to that channel. They won't be here. You won't be able to find them on this channel anymore, so make sure you go and do that right now. But in the meantime, we have Monster Jam in Arlington, Texas, and we have 12 incredible competitors ready to go. Let's meet those 12 competitors. We'll meet them as we go throughout racing. In the near lane, in the gray lane, Corey Rummel and Megalodon. The far lane, Ryan Disharoon in Shaker. These two longtime stadium drivers, Corey Rummel of Team Scream, Ryan Disharoon, part of the Metal Shop team. Going to be tough to see the winners across the line here, so we'll just be calling the race, and if I can see the winner, I'll obviously call it, but if not, I have my backup plan ready. Across the line, your winner will be Shaker. You could not tell the winner from that race, but Ryan Disharoon and Shaker moving on. Corey Rummel had a good race, but not perfect. Our next pairing here, we have Adam Anderson and Gravedigger taking on Jamie Sullivan, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Adam Anderson, Gravedigger, his first event since the Monster Jam World Finals in Nashville, and Jamie Sullivan, her second ever stadium event. So this might be a closer race than many people expect. And again, we are now in our second weekend using this new track format and racing. They changed a couple things up to try and make it a little bit smoother. And across the line, your winner of that race is Adam Anderson in Gravedigger, taking down the rookie. Our next race, we have Chris Kohler in Brutus. He is in the near lane, and in the far lane, Ryan Anderson, son of a digger. Ryan Anderson crossing the line, and that will be a victory for Ryan Anderson in Son of a Digger, taking home that win in round number one. Our final pairing in round number one, we have Zach Garner in Wildside taking on Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. These two went head-to-head in Glendale a couple weeks back, so a rematch. Oh boy, Wildside again getting a little bit crazy, hitting that turning bump. He has not been smooth on this track since racing on it, but Armando Castro looking solid across the line, and Armando Castro grabbed the win. It was a valiant effort from Wildside, but not quite enough for him to take home the win here in round number one. That sends us into round number two. In the far lane, your winner from round number one is Ryan Disharoon and Shaker. In the near lane, not anymore, but it was in the near lane, Colt Stevens, Thunderoris. Your 2023 Monster Jam World Finals Freestyle Champion, Colt Stevens. Tough battle here, though. Ryan Disharoon and Shaker, such a great racer. Getting close to the finish, and across the line it will be Shaker taking home the win. Not Thunderoris. He had a good pass, but Ryan Disharoon just a little too quick. Our next pairing, we have Adam Anderson and Gravedigger in the near lane, taking on his former crew chief, Cole Vennard, in the Black Pearl. Cole Vennard led Adam Anderson to win quite a few Monster Jam World Championships, now driving his own truck, the Black Pearl, trying to get some of his own. Still searching for that first World Finals championship. Got close. He made it to the semifinals in racing this year. Knocked out by Tristan England in Earthshaker. Across the line, however, it will not be the former crew chief. It's Adam Anderson in Gravedigger taking home the win. Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger moved on to the next round from a win in round one, and his opponent will be Tim Jones in Tailgater. So cool to see Tim Jones making some Monster Jam passes. He's gotten to drive at a couple Monster Jam events now in this truck, and boy, it is just so cool to see Tailgater Monster Jam. Oh, wild jump there, but he keeps it together. However, it was a valiant effort, not quite enough, though, to take down Ryan Anderson, son of a digger. Looking strong tonight in racing. He has been very good on this track. He won racing in Glendale on this track just a couple weeks ago. Our next pairing, we have Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, taking on Caleb Blood in Soldier Fortune. Armando Castro's been very fast on this track as well. He won the overall in Glendale just a couple weeks back, so you know he's got to be riding that high. Seems like Castro has a bit of a lead entering into the final turn, going over the jump, and it's Armando Castro as your winner here in this round 2 race. Not quite enough. Caleb Blood almost lost it at the end, kept it together thankfully. No recovery necessary. Now we move on to the racing semifinals. In the near lane, Adam Anderson, Gravedigger. The far lane, Ryan Disharoon, Shaker. Adam Anderson, his first night racing in a couple of months. Looking good so far. He had to come all the way from round 1. And Anderson has a large lead entering that final turn, coming around the final turn, and it will be Adam Anderson heading into the final round. Just edging out Shaker. His opponent will be the winner of this next race between Ryan Anderson, son of a digger, and Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Ryan Anderson had to take down one of his brothers in Glendale. Will he get the chance to take down another? Armando Castro putting up a hell of a fight, though, I will say. Both of them very tight entering this final turn. It is very close, coming across the line, and your winner in a photo finish is Armando Castro. El Toro Loco with a big-time upset, taking down Ryan Anderson and son of a digger. Talk about a big-time win there. It was by a whole truck length. So now Armando Castro moves into the final round, but he has a tall task ahead of him. He's facing Adam Anderson in Gravedigger. 5-time Monster Jam World Finals champion Adam Anderson kicking all around that berm there, giving Armando Castro a bit of an edge. However, Anderson making up a lot of ground. This is going to be a very close race. El Toro Loco has a lead entering the final turn, but he swings a little wide, giving Gravedigger a chance to come back, and across the line it is very close. But your winner here in Arlington, we will find out looking at the finish line. Adam Anderson, Gravedigger, taking home the win, racing in Arlington. What a win for him. He hasn't competed in almost 3 months, a little over 3 months. And now he has grabbed himself his first 12 points of the event, doing some celebratory donuts. You know he is thrilled about that. His first time in the seat since the Monster Jam World Finals, and he has himself a victory. That sends us into the Great Clips Skills Challenge. Corey Rummel and Megalodon starts us off. He got knocked out in that first race in racing, so he has to come out first, doing a little stoppy into the moonwalk. His second attempt going for another stoppy off of the step-up. Using the lip to his advantage, putting it in reverse. He's going to set it down, and that's the end of the run. So Megalodon starts us off with a 6.886. I forgot he shows the scores. That's exciting. I don't even need to look at them. That brings up Jamie Sullivan in Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Jamie Sullivan did a pretty good job in Glendale a couple weeks back, and so far another good first move. Walk on the moonwalk up the ramp. Look at Jamie Sullivan. A heck of a move there. Very impressive. A nice air on the sky wheelie. Can't quite get a slap wheelie out of it. I think it's going to be kind of close. It was an interesting run. I don't know if it'll be enough to take the lead. Megalodon with that 6.886 is your score to beat. And the score for Monster Mutt Dalmatian, 7.085. Your new leader, Jamie Sullivan, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Here's Chris Kohler and Brutus going for a bicycle. He's done a ton of these throughout the year. Oh boy, trying to get something out of it in the end, but couldn't quite get a big move. He does have one move left. Going for another bicycle. on the sidewall, spinning around on the back two wheels and a little pirouette. What a move! Give it up for Chris Kohler and Brutus. That was spectacular. Man, he has such control of that Monster Jam truck. That Brutus just getting thrown around. He is one of the best at doing that move in the game. It is a 7.085 score to beat from Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Jamie Sullivan. Will Chris Kohler be able to take the lead? The score for Brutus is a 7.838, giving him the first place spot currently. Zach Garner and Wildside, third up here in the Great Clips, fourth up in the Great Clips Skills Challenge. Doing a nice stoppie. He is very good at doing these moves. He gets to practice these moves multiple times a weekend in the arenas. The arena drivers have a bit of an advantage. They do this competition about 50 to 70 times a year, whereas some of these stadium drivers only get to do it 15 to 20 times. So a big advantage for a guy like Zach Garner, and it is showing. A great first move, the stoppie into the moonwalk, pure control. Wildside setting a great first move. Now going for the bicycle, a little risky for a guy who doesn't get to do it a lot, getting a little crazy on the right side and sets it down. That was impressive, and in my opinion, that was the best run of the night so far by a lot. That was a great run for Zach Garner. The score to beat, 7.838. Wildside score, 8.065 by a narrow margin. Zach Garner has claimed the top spot for now. Not a very high score, though, so Colt Stevens and Thunderoris, who's up next, will try and beat it, but not a good first hit. Just could not get the kick that he was looking for. Now he heads over to the step-up. Nice sky wheelie, walking it down the step-up, and a little pop into a stoppie. Talk about innovation there from Colt Stevens. That move certainly made up for the disappointing first hit, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to take the lead. And it is not. Unfortunately for Thunderoris, it's a 5.849, and Tim Jones with a nice sky wheelie there announcing his presence. Tim Jones, an independent monster truck driver, going for another sky wheelie here, and another good kick. It sends him off to the side. Oh dear! Tailgaters on its lid. Our first rollover of the night. Unfortunately for Tim Jones, he's going to need to get recovered. That truck is turtled. And the score for Tailgater is a 5.994. That sends up Kayla Blood, Soldier Fortune. She's opting to do a donut. Remember, you can either do a donut or two moves on two wheels here in the Great Clips Skills Challenge. She does a donut. She does it well. You can't do that, though. You can't do two donuts. Thankfully, she shut it down before she got the chance to do that, or she would have been disqualified. So she will get herself a couple of points, getting 7.041 as Cole Bernard walking the plank a little bit there in the Black Pearl. I know that's a backflip move, but still, I mean, you could call that that. Doing a bicycle to follow it up. Not the greatest of two hits for the Black Pearl. It's a 6.390. Now Ryan Disharoon and Shaker. We're getting far down this order. Wildside still in that top spot. He had a great number with an 8.065. Disharoon with a little stoppie, but not walking it very long. Remember, Wildside walked that stoppie a long way and even popped it into the moonwalk. Shaker getting the moonwalk, but not much more. He does combo it a little bit there, though. That counts, but his run ended right there. And Shaker will get a 5.238. That puts him in last. A lot of drivers have tried, but not many have been able to take over Wildside. Not at all have been able to take over Wildside since. But Ryan Anderson, son of a digger's on the track, doing his classical bicycle. A good move, not a great move. Now you can compare that to Wildside's bicycle. I'd say Wildside's a little bit better, so it's going to take a big move here from Son of a Digger, in my opinion, to take the lead. Slowing that bicycle down to a complete halt, throwing it onto the sidewall, setting it down. A good run from Son of a Digger. Knowing the way scoring goes, I think that will take the lead. I think it's going to be close. I don't think it deserved it, though, to be honest. I really think Wildside had a better run. That 8.065 is a little bit of a low score. The score for Son of a Digger is a 9.130, your new leader here in the Great Clips Skills Challenge. I don't know, a little controversial on that one. I think Wildside was a little bit more exciting. Ryan Anderson's run was fantastic, but Wildside was also great. But following Ryan Anderson is El Toro Loco. This is Armando Castro. He is trying to set himself. I think we lost the audio there. Probably some copyright problems. So now you can get some Monster Jam ASMR. Little stoppy here from Armando Castro. He's doing a great job blowing the smoke as he goes. That smoke, just a little toggle switch near the rear steer, and he stopped it right before hitting Son of a Digger. That was a great move, and he set it down. Now he pops it off of the backflip ramp. 2 stoppies here in this run, and yet again, we've got some more Monster Jam ASMR taking place. El Toro Loco turning those rear wheels with the rear steer. He's also got the front wheels turned while he is balancing it on those front 2 wheels. All 12,000 pounds of that Monster Jam truck set down. A good run. I don't think it's going to take down Ryan Anderson's run. Wow, that is your new leader. My goodness. 9.280. I'm kind of surprised by that. I think it was a better run. I didn't know if it was going to be good enough to take the lead. Here's Adam Anderson, Gravedigger, your final competitor, comboing the slap wheelie. Wow. That was a great move from Adam Anderson and Gravedigger. Gotta love that. Now going for a bicycle. Adam Anderson does not do these all too often, and he sets it down. I don't think that's going to be enough. Armando Castro currently sitting in that top spot. He was your runner-up in racing, and now has a pretty good chance to get 12 more points here. So El Toro Loco, I mean, he has to feel pretty good. It was a very solid run from him, and Adam Anderson not even close to 7.416, which means that your winner here in the Great Clip Skills Challenge is Armando Castro. El Toro Loco picking up 12 more points, so he has 23 points out of a possible 24 on the day. You can see him out of the truck there. He is thrilled, and that will send us in to Monster Jam Freestyle. Jamie Sullivan, Monster Mutt Dalmatian, kicking us off. Jamie Sullivan, we actually found out within the last couple weeks that she will be competing in the Monster Jam Superstar Challenge in Anaheim, California, in Angel Stadium. So, you know, she's got to feel pretty good about that, getting a chance to get some more experience in the stadiums here in Arlington, Texas, AT&T Stadium. Big air! Wow, that was some hang time. I will say she has done a great job at the stadium level so far. I think anyone who had any questions about her ability to perform at the stadium level, they have to be very impressed with her performance. Coming out first in freestyle here today, she was a little bit rusty in Glendale. You could tell she was trying to get some of the nerves out of the way, but since she's gotten here in Arlington, her racing was not the way she wanted. She had to face Adam Anderson in her first matchup. That's a very tough matchup to have. But her skills run, fantastic. And so far, freestyle, getting nice air. And I will say, I think she has a lot of room for growth. And that is a compliment. She has done very well, and I think she's going to be a very good driver based on what I've seen so far at the stadium level. I didn't get to see much of her this year when she was on tour, so I'm quite impressed with what I'm seeing. Her momentum has slowed down just a little bit since the beginning of the run, but trying to pick it back up here with a donut. It's almost like she's searching for what to hit. She might have had some of the wind knocked out of her with some of those big jumps she had. She was really sending that truck. Getting down to her final 30 seconds of her freestyle here. More big air over the racing lane. Wow. Oh, and over she goes. Can she save it? It rolls itself over, and the puppy, back on all fours, didn't even need to do anything. And that's going to be the end of her run. Talk about a great freestyle from Monster Mutt Dalmatians' Jamie Sullivan. That was spectacular, and you know that she loved every second of it. She's getting out of the truck utterly thrilled, as she should be. Probably the best run of her Monster Jam career without question. It's an 8.501. That is a big score to start off freestyle. However, a heavy hitter is up next, and it's Wild Side's Zach Garner. Shout out to Derek Hansen, heavy hitter. Unfortunately, he's not competing here today, but we do get to see Zach Garner, Wild Side. Had himself a great skills run. In my opinion, I think there's an argument that can be had that Wildside deserved that skills challenge win, but that's just me. Everyone has their own opinions. That's why I'm not scoring. I'm just a man behind a microphone. Losing some body panels there, losing that rear right fender. Hanging on for dear life. Nice air over the backside of the racing lane. It looks like they cleared out those extra bumps that were on the backside of the racing lane. They did not do that, at least on the far side it looks like they did. They didn't do it over here. They added an extra little ramp on the one side, whereas in Glendale they didn't touch them at all. They definitely made some appropriately needed changes to this track that I really like, and I think it's really going to benefit this track. Next weekend, when I do the Houston commentary, or whenever I do that, I think it will be next weekend. Might not have the time to do it, though. When I get around to that, you'll get to see another new track layout, and I think, based on the history of Monster Jam, those two tracks might be our two tracks for next year. Pause that thought. Wildside's doing a backflip. Big-time backflip. Got a little moonwalk out of it, too. He popped that back right wheel. It's not slowing him down, though. They haven't shut him off yet, so he's keeping it rolling with a pop tire. Huge air! Flying into the center crater. Zach Garner. Heck of a run. Man, that was fantastic. Ain't even done yet. The clock is done, but he is not. Just giving everything he has for these fans. Zach Garner, what a freestyle. Spectacular. The crowd getting well behind him, and it gives him the lead at a 9.251. I have to completely agree with that. That was a spectacular run. And now Armando Castro gets a crack at it in El Toro Loco. El Toro Loco, Armando Castro, he had a great freestyle in Glendale. He was able to clinch the overall event championship in Glendale. And he is so far looking solid in freestyle in Houston. Not Houston, Arlington. I get confused with the Texases. Don't even ask. There's so many Texas events. You got Arlington, you got San Antonio, you got Houston. They're just El Paso. They're all over the place. Big air over the crater. Oh boy, heading towards the wall. Doesn't quite hit it. Good little save there from Armando Castro to not bump into the wall. Castro with plenty of time left. Looks like he is also lining up for the backflip. Good hit. Bounces it on the back into the moonwalk. Yes, Armando Castro. Is the truck intact? It seems to be. Holding together so he can finish off his freestyle. He didn't get to do that in Glendale. Now he gets to air it out. More than 30 seconds left in the run. Didn't quite get to hit that straight. I don't know. Maybe the truck got hurt on that landing, and I think it did. That is a tough break. Brutus, Chris Kohler hits the track now. The score for El Toro Loco, not enough for that lead. It's an 8.358. Wildside still sitting in the top spot at a 9.251. Tough break for Armando Castro in El Toro Loco. Chris Kohler and Brutus freestyling here. He had a pretty good run going in Glendale before his wheels snapped off, which is a rare occurrence here in 2023, so there's a nice little wow moment. I love watching Chris Kohler freestyle. He is so good. He is one of the up-and-coming stars in this sport, for sure. Launching it into the crater. Perfect timing on that. Nosedives a little bit, but keeps it together. Brutus able to keep on chugging. Trying to get some sort of momentum going. It's hard on this track. This is a track that requires a lot of thought to be able to get really good momentum going, because there's a lot of things that can eat up your momentum. Just a small mistake on your timing can really screw it up. Full throttle. Looks like he's going to hit the back of the jammer. just seems like he's not found his rhythm quite yet, which is too bad because Zach Garner had such a good freestyle. It's going to be tough to beat. He is also going for the backflip, 3 trucks in a row, but it sends him off to the side on the back wheels. Nice little recovery there from Brutus. That truck almost went over, but he balanced it out, gets to keep running, and Brutus going to finish out its time as he goes over again. Can he save it? Oh my goodness! What a save from Brutus! Unreal! Chris Kohler with a spectacular move. Unbelievable. He is out of the truck and fired up. Wearing the Avenger fire suit, living up to his dad's name, Chris Kohler. That was a phenomenal way to end. I said it all run long. He was just couldn't quite get his momentum, so you knew that in order to take a win or a lead, he was going to need a big moment like that. Score to beat is that 9.251. Wild Side currently in the top spot. The score for Brutus is, not enough, 8.570. I do agree with that. Personally, I think Wild Side had a better run, but still, I think it's a little low for that run that Brutus threw out there. Regardless, though, great move from Chris Kohler. He ended very strong. Now, always exciting to see this man, Tim Jones, on the track in the tailgater. I love watching Tim Jones drive. This man, while you wouldn't be able to tell so far, this guy is one of the most reckless drivers, in a good way, that you can ever have in a monster truck event. He will just send it. He doesn't care if that truck ends up split in half at the end of the night, and if he goes out in 10 seconds. He wants that truck to be broken at the end of that freestyle. He will send it any way he can. So far, we have not really seen much of that yet, but he cross-threads that ramp in a little awkward manner. His first appearance in Tailgater this year. Oh boy! A little wild ride, comboing it up. Oh no! Heading over to the dumpster, and he rolls it over. Thankfully, not much damage occurred there, so it's all right. But as I said, Tailgater's going to have to be flipped over or pulled off this track at some point. And in true Tailgater fashion, that's what happens. It's a 6.231 for Tim Jones. Kayla Blood, she's up next here in Soldier Fortune. Kayla Blood, longtime Monster Jam driver. Now she's a veteran in the sport. Got her start driving in El Toro Loco. Finally got the chance to drive at the stadium level, piloting Soldier Fortune a couple of years ago, and she has really taken that and ran with it. I think it was 2019 that she took over this truck at the stadium level. She's really done a great job of doing it. I mean, man, time has just flown by since 2019. It seems like since 2019, it's just gone by in the blink of an eye. I mean, it has been a long time since 2019, 4 years, but man, the amount of things that have happened between now and then, it does not feel like it's been 4 years. Kayla Blood having a good run. Nice move over the step up there. Kayla Blood, always good for a random wow moment that you do not see coming. I always love those, because those are the ones that get the best reactions out of me, which for you viewers, I know you guys love the most. So anytime you guys can get a nice reaction from me, I know you're going to love it. And the best reactions you're going to get are on the unplanned, unexpected things. Lining up for the backflip. Ooh, a little over rotation, broke a rear tie rod, and that sent her on a roof. And unfortunately for Kayla Blood, that's going to end her night here in Arlington. Still, though, a good run from Soldier Fortune. Just missed that wow moment that I was really hoping to see, and Soldier Fortune will have to settle with a 7.565. Not quite enough. Wild Side, though, still in that top spot. He's holding strong. This man in Shaker, Ryan Disharoon, put down a spectacular freestyle in Glendale just a couple weeks back, so I'm sure he's got to be feeling good entering Arlington. The truck's holding up. It's done a good job so far at holding up throughout the night. And that's normally the key for Shaker, is keeping that truck together, hoping that it doesn't break throughout the event, and then he has a serious chance of not only winning some competitions, but taking home an overall event championship. That's why it was nice to see in Glendale that the truck held together and was able to throw down a really great freestyle. And a nice slap wheelie. It's always good to see a slap wheelie nowadays. That is a lost art in Monster Jam. Keeping that momentum going, too. He's going from hit to hit, keeping up enough speed, but also getting enough air on it to make it exciting, keeping your attention. Now going for the car stack. A little sky wheelie off of it, gets a kick, sends him into the center crater, trying to pull the Ryan Anderson combo into the stoppie there. Couldn't quite nail it. You got to watch Ryan Anderson do that a lot this year. Could he be heading? No, he's not heading for the backflip. He made his way all the way to that side of the track. Oh my gosh, is he lining up for the step up here? No, he's not. What? That was very interesting. Getting a nice little sky wheelie, but that was a very long track that he took just to do that move, comboing it into a wheelie there. We also haven't seen anybody attempt to hit the 8-pack backflip so far on this track in either of the weeks that we've had it, but Shaker going for the backflip, lands it, breaks the truck, and that'll end his run. A good run from Shaker. I don't think it's going to be enough to take the lead. It just seemed like it was missing some of that wow moment. Regardless, though, great run from Ryan Disharoon. Give him a round of applause. Always great when that truck stays together and he can put on a good run. It's an 8.155. Still the wild side sitting in that top spot with the 9.251. Here's Cole Bernard and the Black Pearl. Cole Bernard debuted this truck back in 2018. Crazy to think that it's already been 5 years that this truck has been out. I was at the second ever event for this machine, and boy, was it a fun one. I was back in Orlando 2018, and man, that was such a spectacular event in every way. Chuck Warner did a corkscrew. Cole Bernard had one of the best saves I've ever seen. John Gordon had a fantastic event, and I called him John Rocker the entire commentary. It was just, what a time to be alive. Not 2018, when times were much simpler in the Monster Jam world for me. I was just a kid who just yelled at monster trucks. Like, it was no care in the world. I just screamed at Monster Jam videos. It was great. Those were the days. Oh, he hits the 8-pack, but his entire rear end, it was like the entire rear housing just exploded. Everything in the rear end of that truck just died when he hit the 8-pack. Too bad. That's going to end his run. Gets him a 7.365, which will bring us to Corey Rummel in Megalodon. Also, I haven't shouted out Monster Truck Reels for this video yet. Shout out to him, Armando Monster Truck Reels, for supplying me with this video. I wouldn't say supplying, more like I took it from him off the internet with his consent. But regardless, Megalodon Corey Rummel jumping it into the crater. Corey Rummel has not had much success on this track, and it's also his first time freestyling on this track. In Glendale a couple weeks ago, nice slap wheelie. In Glendale a couple weeks ago, the truck was broken. He didn't get to freestyle, which is really unfortunate because you know Corey Rummel wants to tear it up. He's a guy who loves to just get the big air, have those wow moments, little nose pick in there, and another nose. He just got a double nose pick combo. I don't think that's ever happened before. Somebody get this man a tissue, because he is nose picking. Gosh, I make myself laugh way too often. I mean, that's what's kept you guys around all these years, is my random little things that I say that they just come out. They just come out of the mouth. You never know. I always love watching Eric Fording's Who's Ready for Monster Jam without context. So anytime I can provide to that. Oh, baby! Oh, wow! Anytime I can provide to Eric Fording's Monster Jam without context, I'm going to do everything I can. Unintentionally, but I'm going to. Another driver heading down to the backflip. We've had pretty much everybody attempting a backflip since Zach Garner tried it. He hits it a little short, but it doesn't impact the truck in any way. He gets to keep on going. Time is up. The rest of this just for the fans. Doing a little throwback to Dennis Anderson with that donut. A very good run for Megalodon. I don't know if it'll be enough to take the lead, but it was a very solid run. Wildside had a great freestyle, and his score sitting in that top spot for now. There's Corey Rummel. Very proud, as he should be. That was a great run. It will not give him the top spot, though. It puts him in second place, 8.903. So Wildside still in the top spot with only a couple trucks left to freestyle. Adam Anderson and Gravedigger, one of them. We also have to see Colt Stevens and Thunderoris, and Ryan Anderson in Son of a Digger. I don't think there's anybody else left. To my knowledge, I don't think there's anybody else left. I'm typically wrong, though, when I say that. Adam Anderson, his first freestyle now since the Monster Jam World Finals, comboing it up. Oh, dear. Over she goes. And that's not savable. Gravedigger, unfortunate ending to his run. It's a 7.144. Not how Adam Anderson wanted to end that freestyle. But he'll be back next week in Houston. Here's Colt Stevens, Thunderoris, your 2023 Monster Jam World Finals Freestyle Champion. He had a fantastic freestyle in Nashville. Didn't get to talk about it in the Glendale commentary, but man, what a run he had in Nashville. Got the massive air, some of the biggest air of the night, and he also got that back-to-back backflips. Not a consecutive backflip, but he did a backflip, landed it, and then hit the backflip again. And that got the fans' attention. It was something different. The fans loved it. They gave him the high score. And that allowed him to become the freestyle champion. Nice air into the crater. Weird bounce, though. Thankfully, Colt Stevens is professional veteran driving, able to keep him safe and secure there. Sending it into the crater once more. That crater, a bit of a risky move, but he does it beautifully. If you nail it like that, man, it is such an exciting move to make. But if you just underestimate it or overestimate it, you could end up on your lid or with a bit of a weird change in your momentum. You never know where it's going to shoot you. Just like that, popped him in a little bicycle, but keeping calm, keeping it on all fours. Heading to the step up. That step up seems like it's angled a little bit more aggressively this week than it was in the last event. So we've seen a couple drivers get a lot of sky wheelies on it, but not many people have hit it very hard in freestyle, trying to be a little cautious. Continuing on. Oh, nice nose pick there. Hit the backflip, though, and that sent him in a really weird angle. And unfortunately for Colt Stevens, that's going to end his run. He just clipped the backflip on the landing there. That's not going to be enough to get him a top spot. Gets him a 7.857. But here is Ryan Anderson, Son of a Digger. This is the final competitor tonight. It's either going to be Zach Garner in Wildside taking him the win or Ryan Anderson. And I'll tell you, based on that leap alone, I think Ryan Anderson's going for it. Oh, but he's got a flat. He's popped a tire in the rear left. That's going to change things. He's flipping over. Could this be the end for Ryan Anderson? He's been given a chance on the sidewalls, trying to save it. Oh, baby, what a save. Ryan Anderson with a spectacular move. Is it the end of the run? I don't even know. That might not have even been 30 seconds. I think I just heard Kay Young say there's 80 seconds, so it's been 30 seconds. That will qualify for a score.
Oh my God.
He's taking his helmet off. He is done. Ryan Anderson, Son of a Digger. He looks fired up, man. What a run. Somehow, that truck ended back up on all four wheels. I mean, that truck was going over about 7 times. He's okay. He's out of the truck, and he's pumped up. I mean, is that one move going to be enough to give him a win? Wildside had the full 2 minutes, but he didn't really have the wow moment. Ryan Anderson just had one of the wow moments of the year. Maybe a top 3 wow moment of all of 2023. Your score to beat a 9.251 from Wildside. Will that one move be enough for Ryan Anderson to win freestyle? Yes, it is! 9.359. Unbelievable, but somehow Ryan Anderson has pulled it out. He is your freestyle winner today. He basically made 4 moves, but that one move was utterly spectacular, and it was somehow well enough. That was spectacular. Let's listen to his interview with Casey Gagliardi. Man, great interview from Ryan Anderson, and he did say in that interview, I did not deserve this freestyle win. So, I mean, just based on that alone, that tells you the story. He doesn't think he earned it. He did get the win, but he doesn't think he earned that win. Now, we've got an overall event champion to crown. Don't go anywhere just yet. Your overall event champion got 10 points in Monster Jam Racing, 11 points in the Great Clips Skills Challenge, and 12 points in Monster Jam Freestyle. With a total of 33 points, Ryan Anderson in Son of a Digger is your overall event champion, and boy, oh boy, that's as controversial as it gets. I mean, he said he didn't think he deserved freestyle, and if it weren't for that, he might not have won. El Toro Loco came 3 points behind, so you never know. But what a spectacular night here for Monster Jam. Jamie Sullivan herself had a great night. It was a great evening here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you want to see more commentaries, make sure that you are subscribing to the backup channel, Who's Ready for Monster Jam Commentaries. I will be doing a couple more commentaries this year, including Houston, Texas, and hopefully some of those Australia events. And then 2024, I'm expecting a full slate, so I look forward to seeing you there. I look forward to seeing you then. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.